1 in 4 people in our society today will experience mental health problems.
When I was first suffering from mental health problems, I had things like depression, anxiety and agoraphobia. I didn't know that there was organisations like Mind out there who could help me.
Mind is Britain's best known mental health charity. We provide support to hundreds of thousands of people up and down the country, and we campaign for change to improve the lives of everyone who has a mental health problem.
I was diagnosed with a rare amnesia disorder called dissociative amnesia, which meant the brain had shut down or shut out all of the horrible memories from the police service, but it didn't take just those memories, it took everything: my name, where I lived, who I was, friends, family, the whole lot are gone. I had no choice in what went, unfortunately.
In primary care, at least 1/3 or perhaps even 2/3 of our patients have a mental health problem. And we see an awful lot of patients with anxiety and depression who really could benefit from counselling. Unfortunately, within the NHS there's quite often a long waiting time. Mind counselling service can see them quicker, and there is less stigma attached to it as well.
My name is Derek Roachford, and I've suffered from bipolar for about 20 years or so. Mind's like a family to me, because it's taken care of me, it's after me, and it's nurtured me. And I'm just so happy to be involved in it, totally, really.
For over 60 years, Mind has been campaigning to change the way that people with mental health problems are treated.
I've suffered from mental health distress since my mid-teens. I'm now 59. That's a long, long time. It's only recently that my mother has started to understand the things I go through. Previously, there was no understanding there at all.
When I was a teenager and in my early 20s, I suffered from severe depression and I used to self-harm, and Mind helped me through that.
Campaigns like Get It Off Your Chest highlight the lack of mental health services for men.
The reason I'm involved in Mind and so passionate about this work is because there are almost 5,500 people that kill themselves in this country each year, and that's a huge number, and 3/4 of those are men, and to think that Mind saved my life.
Mind is changing the way that people think about mental health. In the past, we've helped to change the law, and now we're moving on to tackle discrimination through our biggest public education campaign, Time to Change.
It's very common for people to hide their problems, which can often cause more manifestations than are necessary, especially in the workplace. We're very conscious of how we appear to people.
Working with an organisation like Mind has meant that we as business people can talk to people who really understand mental health problems, really understand the impact that those problems can have on ordinary people's lives, and they can help us to bring to life the education, the training that we're trying to put across to our people.
A key part of our work is to provide direct support. We're on the phone, we're available through the internet, and of course we're available in hundreds of locations up and down the country.
After I was diagnosed, I then saw leaflets from Mind in my GP surgery, and then when I went to the psychiatric unit. So it kept coming back to me that there was lots of information available.
I read about the drugs, I got more information about my medication and the medication options from Mind's website, and that's what I needed. I needed to know that I could do what I wanted in life if I managed the disease.
Mind's network provides local services for local people, run by local people.
The advantage of being part of the Mind's network is that we have the benefit of the Mind name, I think people understand what it means and what it stands for. It's a two-way process between local mind associations like us and National Mind, in that we can let them know what we're seeing from service users at the grassroots. What are the issues for them? What are the problems that they might be having, perhaps with national policy? And that feeds into National Mind's lobbying and campaigning role and their parliamentary work. Our mental health box exercise project was the first of its kind anywhere in the country and has won awards for innovation and recently has won an NHS London award.
People who have got mental health problems don't wake up and suddenly say, you know, I think I'll have a breakdown, I think I'll take my life, I think I'll stick my head in the toilet or in the oven or whatever. I love training them more than I do my sort of normal clientele.
The time I'm here and while I'm in the ring with Joke, he just makes you feel like you're really achieving something and that you're good at something, and you know, and makes you feel worthwhile.
I was eating properly, my confidence had grown, my self-esteem had grown. I started a gym instructor's course which was sponsored by Mind, which I passed out a couple of months ago.
Mind's also helping people to think differently about the best ways of treating people with mental health problems. Our Ecotherapy Campaign found that 71% of people benefited from green exercise and 90% reported improved self-esteem.
It helps me in a hell of a lot of ways, and I hope it's helping the others who are here the same. I know I get similar feedback from them.
We've got 25 corporate volunteers that have come out from Barclays Bank as one of Mind's many corporate social responsibility projects. It's a fantastic way of getting people out of the office for a day, making an impact on people's lives, reducing the stigma of mental health and getting your staff active.
We chose Mind as our main charity of the year because it fits in with our focus of giving back to our local community. It also helps our staff understand mental health issues and social inclusion, and it also helps us all to get some fresh air.
So in the next 5 years, we're aiming to train 13,000 people in Wales in suicide first aid skills. Presently, we only have funding to roll Assist out across Wales, but with extra funding, we could also roll that out across England, where the need is just as great.
Mental health is still a taboo subject, and we have to fight hard for the funds we raise.
The way that I helped raise money for Mind was by driving a bright pink tuk-tuk from Bangkok to Brighton, and we raised just over £40,000.
I decided to become a fundraiser for Mind and run the London Marathon for Mind, following the loss of my father 2 years ago.
Having been in a mental health hospital and having dealt with Mind, I felt it would be really nice to put something back, and it seemed logical to run races for Mind.
I think that many people actually aren't aware that they've got a mental illness. I don't think that many people are even able to talk about how they feel.
Even down to your own family unit, you know, it's access to materials and things that help to explain the things that they don't understand.
By lobbying governments and running campaigns, we help to change policies and services that change people's lives.
I think they're a fantastic organisation, and they promote understanding and the rights of people who suffer from mental illnesses. And I believe that not talking about mental illness is as dangerous as the illnesses themselves.
The stigma and discrimination that thousands of people with mental health problems face every day is one of our last taboos. Mind is committed to tackling that every single day until people can live equal lives as citizens in our society.